Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I'm here today for a special reason. It's mail day, or I should say yesterday was mail day because I got a package yesterday, quite unexpectedly, from one of my best YouTube and Facebook friends, a guy named Dave Koenig. A lot of you might know him as Dave K, or by his artistic name, which is A Fiend on Film. Dave is just a terrific friend. I had no idea he was going to be sending this out to me, but I'm very happy to thank him publicly and to show everybody what he gave me. A lot of really cool stuff. So Dave is, if you don't know Dave, he is a very enthusiastic collector of physical media, probably one of the most enthusiastic collectors I've ever known. Not just movies in the formats of DVD, Blu-ray, and VHS, but also he collects a lot of books and every subject you can imagine. I think he still collects music as well. Dave is also a very creative, super creative guy. He is an artist. He has made posters, T-shirts. Um, I think he still sells his artwork. I'm not sure. He was for a long time, but he also is a writer. He has a terrific blog, which I'll try to remember to put a link down below, a link to Dave's blog. And he also is a publisher of books and I guess what they call magazines or zines, right? Fanzines, Zines, um, where he just, on all kinds of exploitational cult subjects, horror films, all kinds of different things that he's interested in. I've been very fortunate that Dave has invited me to participate several times in writing in submitting something to be published in these fanzines, and it's a great honor. So I'll try to show you some of what he has published. But let's get to the box here. First, we have bubble wrap or some kind of wrap. This is not bubble wrap. I'm starting to collect this stuff now. I have a closet full of this. I'm kidding. I know I'm turning into a hoarder, but I haven't quite gotten to this level yet. There's still time, I'm sure. Okay, so Dave sent me several DVDs. A couple of these things are one Blu-ray, several DVDs. Totally unexpected. First is from the Warner Archive collection. This is the Dr. Kildare movie collection. 9 films. 9 films on something like 6 discs. And I've actually seen a few of these way back in the day in the 60s when I used to come home from school and watch old movies on the early show 5 days a week. And then, of course, we would watch them on weekends as well. So I've seen a few of these. Lou Ayres, Lionel Barrymore, Lorraine Day. These are really cool little mystery medical things, dramas, and lots of fun. Haven't seen any of these in years, and this is going to be great. Thank you, Dave. I love stuff like this. I really do. This is a film that I have never seen. I've certainly heard of it. It's called The Quiller Memorandum. Never saw this. George Siegel, Alec Guinness, Max von Sydow, Senta Berger, and George Sanders. Mystery thriller. Don't know anything about it, but I certainly remember hearing that title way back in the day. So, and that this is still sealed up. So, wow, very nice. Here's a movie called French Postcards that I know nothing about. Who is in this movie? French Postcards. Hang on. We have somebody, Miles Chapin, Blanche Baker, who was the daughter of Carol Baker, David Marshall Grant, Valerie Quinessen, and Deborah Winger. Okay, nice little sort of a comedy of a bunch of girls go to Paris, I guess. So, and I guess Mandy Patinkin does a small part in this. I guess is one of the first things that he did. So, French Postcards. Anybody seen that? I never have. Here is a Blu-ray of a movie I never heard of. It must be from the 1940s. It's called That's My Man, starring Don Amici and Catherine McLeod. Um, I don't know anything about this. I know that Catherine McLeod was one of the big stars of Republic Studios in the 1940s, so maybe this is a Republic film. I really don't know, but this is a total mystery to me. Okay, that'll be fun to get into. And finally, this is a Paramount film from 1947 or 48, starring Dorothy Lamour, big star at Paramount during those years. Lulu Bell, which I have seen, saw this once many, many years ago. Um, Dorothy Lamour, who was so gorgeous, she plays a very kind of a ruthless, seductive woman, which she could do very well with her beautiful looks. See, what does it say on the cover? There was something about the way she looked at a man that rang bells. Yeah. Co-starring George Montgomery. Also, let's see, Albert Decker, Otto Kruger, Glenda Farrell. Wow, this is going to be a lot of fun. So I did see this. Now there's a song called Lulubelle that Dorothy Lamour later on sang, and I have it on an album. It's a beautiful song, and if I remember correctly, the melody, the theme music for this movie, does not have any lyrics that she sings in the movie, but it's the melody that was later used for the song. And my memory could be a little fuzzy on that, but I know there's a beautiful song that she sang called Lulubelle about a very beautiful, seductive woman. All right, so she was singing about herself. Thank you, Dave. Great collection of films there. I've got some other things here. Sent me this postcard. This is actually a photograph of Dave. His wife snapped this one morning at breakfast. I'm kidding. This is some of Dave's artwork, okay? He does some very macabre stuff. Very, very cool. Look at the detail on that. That's terrific. This is the name of his company, which he may still have. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out from Dave, but maybe we can find out on his blog, okay? He also sent me in his little sleeve Downton Abbey, and I'm assuming this is the motion picture, which I did see. I wasn't familiar at all with the television show. I think I may have seen one episode of the TV show. I'd kind of like to get into it, but I think this must be the movie, which is very, very good. So thank you very much, Dave. Some other little things here. Let's see. We have. He always sends me these bookmarks, which I think are so neat. I'm always running out of bookmarks. This is from a great place called McKay's, which I guess is in. Well, we have chapters in or branches in Knoxville, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Nashville, Greensboro, North Carolina, and Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is supposed to be a fantastic place to buy just anything that us collecting freaks are looking for: music, movies, books, all kinds of cool stuff. I would love to visit one of these. I need to do a pilgrimage to the closest one to me, which would probably be Knoxville, Tennessee, because I live in central Illinois. I could probably get down there in a day, the way I drive, 3 days. Um, but yeah, I think some of my other friends have been to McKay's as well. I think Dave goes down there quite a bit. So yeah, he sent me this little catalog of um, Kino Lorber Studio Classics, which we all know how good Kino Lorber is, just advertising some of their movies. And don't we all like to spend a lot of money at Kino Lorber? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. A couple of other things. Oh, he sent me a wooden nickel. Well, you can never have too many wooden nickels, right? This is another store, Trade Books at Book Nook. I don't know where that is, but okay. And finally, he sent me a couple of issues of the Record Collectors News, right? Here's one that has Tina Turner on the cover, because I also collect records. I'm a record freak. And here's one with Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, which is cool because I just bought their 50th anniversary edition of Deja Vu, and I did a video on that. So thank you very much, Dave. Lots of cool stuff. Let me show you some of the things that Dave has published. Here's one that I participated in. This is Harikiri, Extreme Asian Films. This one is called, let's see, what is this called? The House of Skin. Okay, The House of Skin. Right. This is really well put together. These are all sort of R-rated or X-rated horror films, and the one I did was for the 1975 David Cronenberg film Shivers. starring Barbara Steele. So I was very happy to share something for that magazine. Thank you, Dave, for asking me. This is the last one that I did with Dave. Fiendish 2. Nice cover photograph of Andre Méliès from Brides of Dracula, one of the best vampire images from horror films of the 1960s. And this another collection of reviews, all on the exploitation level. And the one I did for this was, let's see, what was, I think I did, oh yeah, I did The Sadist, Arch Hall Jr., The Sadist, nice little magazine. And here's one that he did. This is a collection of newspaper ads for film noir, right? And he did this amazing book that he put together a few years ago, Core Noir. I'm probably pronouncing that badly. This is a beautiful, thick book where he did a lot of work going into old newspapers, archives, and putting together page after page of old newspaper ads of film noirs. It's done in alphabetical order, and it's just wonderful. I mean, so many films that you're familiar with and a lot that you aren't. And it's great because those of us of a certain age can remember when newspapers, even local small town newspapers, would have an entire page, maybe sometimes 2 pages of film posters showing what the local theaters were offering. And you don't really see that in most newspapers anymore. Maybe the large city newspapers, but this is an amazing piece of work that Dave put in. And I know this is still being sold on Amazon. I'm sure you can find it if you check it out. And again, I'll see if I can put a link to where you can find this amazing book. And one of the other recent things that he put out, this is called It's Sick, #2, which these are more ads from newspapers. And these are all from exploitation films. Some of them, the adult films and all that sort of thing. But really cool to look at. And a lot of things that people might remember from their younger days. And again, you don't see these in newspapers anymore. Some of these, I'm sure, were not shown in any newspapers that I grew up with, but a lot of cool stuff. So I just want to say thank you again to my friend Dave. And I have so many movies to watch now, and I'm just very, very grateful, very excited. And I love Mail Day. Thank you so much, Dave, and thank you, all of you, for watching, and thanks for all the support. And comments are welcome. Let me know if you've seen any of these things, okay? Good night, folks.